A question I get asked a million times is, what do you think I should do? There is nothing wrong with asking for guidance or direction. We all need to have wise counsel, people we can trust who can speak into our lives, who can show us things that we don't see. However, when the question is constant and it's based on external validation, then we have a problem. I spent an entire life not being able to have the ability to make a soul decision without seeking the advice of someone who was higher up on the hierarchy. I think I knew what I wanted, but I didn't trust my decision and I couldn't back myself. I had no confidence and I let my autonomy go out the window. Why? Because the story I believed and I told myself was, I can't make a decision without it being confirmed by someone wiser than me. This kept me in a world of two-mindedness, constant doubt, and an inability to back myself. The issue here is not having the ability to trust yourself. But how can you trust yourself when you don't know yourself? Creating a relationship with yourself is one of the most powerful and most significant things you can do for your life. To walk through life knowing you will be unfreaking stoppable. Trusting yourself gives you the power to make the decisions, the choices, and to back them. But also knowing that if you fail, it's cool, because you know that just builds more evidence into your journey, more evidence, more depth, more lessons to learn. I've had coaching for years. Firstly, it was because I didn't want to be fat. I started on small, actionable steps, consistency, living a life with more intention, creating those foundations. And in time, with anything that's always external or anything worthwhile, it always comes back to yourself. My journey in the gym flowed to every single little crook and cranny in my life. And for that, I'm so thankful, because without that, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you. Your values are your foundation for every decision you'll ever make. Ever. Full stop. Your values shape you, they influence, they guide you, they are your compass. When you don't know what to do next, they are the glasses in which you see this world, the way you perceive everything. Aligning your life to your values will help you build trust with yourself. They are the frameworks, the rules, the guides, everything you need to anchor you. They are the so-called final authority. They are the reason you make the decisions that you make. Without them, you are left in self-doubt, up in the air, trying to figure out how to get from A to B without feeling anchored. Look at the Christians or the Muslims. They base all their decisions based on their values, their beliefs, in their word, the Quran, the Bible. All they do is filter their beliefs through the word, their guide. Think of your values like your Bible, your guide. They are the way in which you see this world, the way you filter your decisions. They are based on your foundations, your values. Being intentional about our decisions are the key to create the future that you want to live. The life that you want to live, being meaningful and impactful, it has to come from the outside in. When I get asked, what should I do? I'm more than happy to guide. But when that's the first question every time, that's a moment when I realize I need to remind you what your values are. What do you think? What do you want? If you don't know, it's up to you to do the work and figure it out. Or maybe even start practicing yourself, asking yourself. And then after, if you need help, no problem. It's not because I'm an asshole and I don't want to help you or I don't want to guide you, but it's because it's one of the most valuable lessons that I had to learn. In the beginning, when I didn't understand, I would ask my coach a million questions. And out of the million questions, maybe I'd get one answer back. Answers were rare. Answers are rare. But looking back, this was the beginning of building a relationship of self-trust with myself. Perspective, my dear friend. I spent a life searching for the answers from all the externals. That is all that I knew. I would get frustrated at times. I would even think, I'm entitled to an answer. I'm paying for the service. Though, do I want a service where All I do is what I am told. Or do I want a service that makes me better in all aspects of life? Do I want to be dependent on others for me to take action? Do I want to continuously be asking others for advice, even for the minor decisions? Continually asking for advice, even on the small decisions, it ends up creating more self-doubt. It creates dependency. The reliance prevents your ability to trust your own instincts for your own personal growth. We have to start asking, what do we want? What do we think? Before we ask for external advice. We use the external as a confirmation, but it's not the sole guide. This is how you build confidence in your decision making. I started asking questions to myself. I stopped needing everybody else. And based it all on when I don't know the answer, I will bring it back to what I think. What is my why and what are my values? And I will align the decisions based on that. But how do I prioritize, or how do I choose my values? Your top values will change, so just pick 3 for now. Well, pick however many you want, and then align your actions to your values. Start by asking yourself first, what do I think before I seek advice? Use the advice from a trusted mentor, guide, trainer, coach, friend, family member, but they are not your final authority. This is a small step that creates confidence in decision making. When you have to make decisions and you are left in doubt, frustration, or indecision, reflect on past decisions. Where did you win? Where did you fail? Can you use evidence to build self-trust? Can you see failure as an opportunity for growth right now? Trust builds through experience. And when we have these moments of reflection where we're speaking and asking and going a bit deeper within ourselves, these are tools to help us communicate better with our own selves. It creates self-awareness. Self-awareness comes by asking the right questions. Find your values. Without your values guiding you, decisions will feel unanchored and even more influenced by external expectations. This will just lead you to more confused advice. It creates misalignment. It causes confusion. You're no better off than where you were before you asked. Many of us live accordingly to the values passed down from family, culture, and religion. They served you for a time, and they still can, but allow yourself to question them. Are they truly something you align with? If not, maybe that's causing disconnect in your decision making. Maybe you aren't walking towards the path you need to be on. It's up to you to choose your path. Imagine how life would be if we started to live intentionally, aligned with our values. It's time to do that.